welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today is a special one. We're at Grand Lake in Oklahoma, and we are fishing the first ever US Open National Bass Fishing Team Amateur Tournament to support conservation. And me and my beautiful wife Amy, we are a team. Man, we got selected to be in this thing. There's like 250 boats at each tournament location. I think there's like 8 or 9 locations. They picked 250 people. We got picked, and so we're fishing today. We've been here for a couple days. We did some practice fishing. Fishing's been super tough, but today we're hoping to just catch a couple of big ones. I mean, that's all it's going to take is just a few big fish, bigger than everyone else. And if you win this tournament, first place is $50,000 cash, and then that puts you in the final tournament, which is in November at Table Rock, and there's going to be 350 boats there, all amateurs, no pros. We're hoping to at least place in the top 40 today, push us to Table Rock for the final, which would be sick. So it's been cool so far. Got to meet Jimmy Houston, talk to him for a while. He actually gave us some really good tips yesterday. He was here last weekend, did some fishing, and he kind of changed up our game plan a little bit. He gave us some tips on what he did and what he would do if he was fishing today. And so I'm going to take a lesson from the pros, and we're going to change up our game and do what he told us to do. So should be a fun day. Hopefully lots of big fish going in the live well. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you see something you like, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're on our way to 1,000. So let's get on the water. It's going to be an awesome day.
This morning we're the only pontoon between all of these bass boats, so we've got a lot of looks, but we are excited for today.
And the most comfortable.
And the most comfortable.
Thanks, Ranger, for making a fishing pontoon boat.
105, Josh and Amy, 105.
We're at 13 feet. The game plan is we're gonna start fishing docks per Jimmy Houston. I just don't know if it's going to be deep enough, because we're at 12 feet now. I don't know what it is. It is big, and it is. If it is, it's a freaking monster bass. It's a freaking rock? What in the world?
Tell me something. Are you stupid or something?
Monster bass.
Okay. Okay, we're finally getting the skunk out of the boat. Well, I don't think he's 12. I'm just glad we caught a fish. Is it a fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. It's a drum. In the fish now, aren't we? We got a tiny spotted bass, a rock, and a little drum. Okay. Well, that's how the tournament's going. We've caught a bunch of little ones, nothing big enough to register. So, and everything we've been catching has been bigger than this, but yeah, we've only been catching stuff too small to register. And we are currently at what, the 5-hour mark? It has been a tough go here. Tougher than the practice days, for sure. Okay, another one of these little guys. Come on, be a bass, be a bass, be a bass. That's a drum. It's a freaking drum. Oh no. Ooh, it's not what we're after. Well, this is kind of the final update. Really not a lot of updates through the whole fishing experience, but man, it was a tough day out here. We did catch some fish, but you probably didn't see hardly any of them. They were just little dinks. We didn't have any bass that made the minimum requirement to even take them in to get weighed as far as length goes. You saw the big drum. Anyway, it was a tough day. I'm sure there are guys that probably caught fish and that will weigh in out of 250 boats, but it wasn't a crazy good fishing day. The conditions were bad. We kind of knew that going into it. For us, it was just the experience of the tournament, being able to come out here and do this. Super cool, super blessed to be able to do that. It was really neat. It's fun to spend the time on the boat with my best friend, my wife. There she is, look at her, right there. She did great. She did about as good as I did today. And so Amy did, she got the boat on the water when there was all those boats, 200 and some boats on the water, maneuvered through all of them to pick me up at a dock, and didn't run into anything. And like, I couldn't have done that, so that was amazing. But anyway, so as far as the fishing experience goes, we're done. We don't have fish to check in, which sucks, because I was really hoping to go through all that with you all and be able to see how all that works. So anyway, we're gonna stick around and kind of see what's going on afterwards. They have a lot of family stuff. Hopefully next year we'll be able to get in this thing again, and the fishing will be a much better deal for us. But
Oh, man, I think the sandbaggers are coming out of the woodwork. There's 4 bags back there now.
well, guys, that's gonna do it on this video. I didn't really have a lot of footage there at the end. I kind of got caught up in it and was just watching everything happen on stage and listening to the weights. And by the time we got the boat out of the water, which my wife did an amazing job of, I just can't believe it. There was people everywhere blocking the boat ramp, and she was cool as a cucumber. Floated around for about 45 minutes. By the time I got up to the pickup and got back to where she was at and navigated through there, got her out of the water, we got up there, and basically the last like 3 or 4 teams were turning in their fish. And I think they kind of pre-checked them because they had like the 2 heaviest at the very end, and they were a couple of the people that went out in the first flight, I think. So they kind of knew where they were at. And so I think just to make it dramatic at the end, the final team weighed in right around 17 pounds, I think, which is a pretty good for 5 fish, considering the fishing was so tough. It was 2 guys that were basically local. They said they caught fish within the first 10 minutes of the release, and they caught them on a brush pile 20 feet deep. So for them, they said it was a go-to spot. They fish it all the time. They're very familiar with it. Every time they go there, they catch great fish. And so, you know, it's tough to compete with guys that know the ins and outs of the lake. This was literally the second time we'd been on it. And, you know, so that's a huge advantage. If you're a local and you know the lake that you're fishing on, huge advantage. Obviously, I mean, these guys caught the best fish within, I mean, the guy said within 10 minutes of the start of the tournament. So anyway, we had a blast. You know, it would have been great to go on to the final. It would have been great to win $1 million, but nevertheless, we had a lot of fun. It was fun just being with my wife and hanging out for a few days and doing something different. And it's all about the experience for us. So we really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to next year. We'll probably do it again. So hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Be blessed, guys.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Okay, see you later.